All right, guys, who else was rocking out like never before just now? I hope you were rocking out with me because y'all saw me. I was dancing. I was the dancing queen. So who's pumped for day number 4 of the 6-figure content creator? Oh my goodness. I have a glare, you guys. I fell asleep with my contacts in. Is there anyone else that ever falls asleep with their contacts in and immediately regrets it the moment they open their eyes at 3 a.m. So yes, I'm wearing my glasses today. I don't wear them a lot. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't know. So let me know, you guys. Today is going to be like, this is the rubber meets the road. We are going to be talking about how to monetize, make that money off of your content and your zone of genius. This is the biggest thing that I get asked, honestly. It's like, how do I actually monetize? How do I, make money off my Facebook group? How do I make money on social media? How do I create that will literally bring people into my inbox asking for whatever it is that I'm selling? If you don't think that's possible, use me as an example. I don't even check my Facebook messages and I still get people messaging me like wanting to work with me. So you guys, when you can do that, it is absolutely amazing. No cold call emails, no, chasing or desperate, salesy, sleazy, sales tactics, all the things. We've had the experiences. We don't really need to go into that. So let me know when you hop on. I would love to hear that you're here. I would love to hear, have you been watching every single day? Are you just now popping in? I'm going to bring up my phone here. So let me know in the comments, where are you guys at? Are you, what's going on? What did you get from the homework last night? And just let me know in the comments as I bring you guys up on my phone. All right, all right. Let's see. Bringing you up today. Did you know that I like to sing to you guys? Because that always happens. I'm bringing you up. Sherry says she is so ready for this. I love that. Yes, Sherry. Yes, that is amazing. Sherry is so ready. I saw that she did her homework. All right, now that I have you up here, perfect. Let's get cracking on this. We are going to get into some big, juicy, beautiful content creation that is literally going to like blow your mind when you realize how easy this can be, how easy it can be. And I don't want you guys to think that, you have to have huge numbers, right? Like if you have 0 following, that's one thing, right? Let's talk about that. Let's get that rolling for you. But if you have a small following and you're like, oh, but Val, I only have, I don't know, 100 people on my list, or I only have 3,000 Facebook friends, or 1,000 or 100, or I only have whatever that is for you. Just know that when I left my corporate job, I had 250 people in my Facebook group. 250, right? It's not a lot. But maybe that's a lot for some of you guys, but I had 250 people in my Facebook group. I had 0 email list. Like I think I had an email like, Google or Gmail, and I had like my mom's email and maybe my sister, maybe my husband's, I don't know. But I had a 0 email list and I hit $11,000. I hit $11,000 with 0 email list, nothing on Instagram. Like I didn't even use Instagram, right? I maybe had, I don't know, like most of the followers on Facebook were random, like, I don't know, and so if you are in that space where you're like, but Val, this isn't going to work for me. I can't monetize on my social media. I can't monetize my zone of genius because I only have whatever that excuse is for you, right? Because your subconscious mind, your ego is going to pop up. Your ego is going to try and tell you that for some reason you can't have it, that for some reason you can't be the thing, do the thing, have the thing. It might seem unattainable right now. I just want you to notice that, notice what's coming up for you, and ask you if is that serving you? Is that serving you, or has it kept you broke, right? I do a lot of stuff on money mindset. So this is a huge one for me. Like, you know, if you think that it's not attainable, the more you believe you can have that, the more you can feel into it, the more you can, you know, really feel it with your senses, know it, see it, visualize it before it gets there. You know, the more you get to open the door for that opportunity. So a little bit of a mindset twist right there, just a little bit of a mindset shift. So, that you guys can move forward, just knowing that it doesn't matter if you only have 100 people in your entire, you know 100 people, like how many people know 100 people? I don't know. But if you only have whatever number that is, that does not matter, because that means there's 20 people who want to buy from you, right? There's 20 opportunities. Let me tell you guys, if I was on a stage in front of 20 people, my close rate would be like 60 to 80%. And that's like based on my experience. My close rate would be really high. So just imagine that if you're on a stage with 20 people, 1,000 people, 15,000, you know, whatever that number is for you. If you're Tony Robbins, you're gonna have 15,000 people in the Staples Center, right? Or whatever that place is called that he holds it at. But, you know, like, whatever that number is for you, just know that when you do the content, when you do this strategy, when you really dive into knowing how to build out that content, build out that beautiful brand, build out the consistency, then what's going to happen is you're going to start to attract. You're going to start to attract all of the ideal clients, because it's organic. And that's exactly how I've built my business. And again, I don't want to hear anything about the algorithms. I know they suck right now, but you know what? That's when you get to build your own economy. That's when you get to build your own economy. There's always a way, there's always a will. And let me tell you, we have figured out the strategy to really, like, no matter what the algorithm is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? It does not matter. So if you have an email list, if you don't have an email list, then you own your email list. Start building that out, because regardless of whatever happens, right? I remember 2 years ago, I was in LA, and there was one day where Instagram shut down. It was like, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. And I was in LA with a bunch of other female entrepreneurs. We were all sharing this really cool condo, and Instagram went down for the entire day. It was in March, you guys, because I was doing my March Money Madness training, my program I do. It's called March Money Madness. And so Instagram went down, and there was a fire in this like beautiful condo. Like, it was a big complex downtown LA. There was a fire. And I ended up having to do my training, because you guys, we show up no matter what, right? We show up no matter what. We do what we say we're going to do. I had to do my training. I had no makeup on. I hadn't even brushed my hair. I'd literally gone on a Starbucks run, and they wouldn't let me back in this hotel. Some of you guys will remember this. I know there's women here in the tribe who will remember this. I did that live. I had no makeup on. My hair was like in a bun. I was in like a hooded sweatshirt in the hotel of this fancy lobby with like pillars and like stone statues and waterfalls. And I did the freaking training right there in the lobby, because I wasn't allowed back in the hotel because there was a fire. And I just remember everybody was freaking out about Instagram being down, and what if? It was like the end of the world, right? I've heard that internet's down in Southern California right now too. One of my clients didn't have it down in where is she, La Jolla? I don't know. I always get those places so confused, like somewhere that I've been down there. But you know, what happens is if you have your email list, if you have your base, you have your content solid enough, it doesn't matter what's going on in the economy. It doesn't matter. I can tell you guys, you know, when we went into shutdown, so the day we went into shutdown, one of my clients started her business. We were just talking about this earlier today. She started her business March 13th. And that was the first day that Oregon was in shutdown. And you know what? She still went on to generate just under 100,000 this year. Just under 100,000 in 9 months during COVID, during shutdown. And for me, I was going to be traveling to Australia. I had all these speaking things going on. I was going to be on a cruise, and then I was going to have speaking events in LA, Sydney, Australia, New Zealand, Auckland. Like, we were going to be all over the place. I was going to be gone for like 3 months, April, May, and June of 2020. And guess what happened? Well, you guys all know, because we're here right now. But what ended up happening is I lost some money. You know, there were some deposits and stuff that I wasn't able to get back. Most of it I was, but I did lose some money in that. And, you know, the crazy part about that is, like, never once was I worried about where my income was going to come from, you know, and I say that not to like brag, not to impress you guys, but to impress upon you the possibilities. Not once. Honestly, when I heard about shutdown, and this is how I knew, you guys, speaking of Tony Robbins, I came out of a leadership event that Friday, I think we came out, no, it was Thursday, we came out, we had been in the hills, 64 entrepreneurs in the hills of California, Encinitas, I think, no cell phones, nothing. We come out to find out that, like, Tony Robbins is shutting down his event, that the conference center we had booked for our mastermind might cancel on us, right? And literally, so I had this mastermind right after that for 3 days, and we're watching the world shut down. And I get on like one of the last planes before they shut the airports down temporarily. Like, they weren't even letting people in Portland, because if you guys remember, that's where it started. It started in Seattle, and then it went to Portland. And so I couldn't even go into Seattle. They weren't letting us. So I had to go into Portland, and it was a ghost town. But that whole time, not once did I wonder, is my business going to be okay? Where my heart went was, I went to, oh my gosh, how can I serve people? How can I serve people? Because, you know, what was going on right then was, I knew that I had been working from home, doing this, gone through the whole thing of, like, not eating all the time, not going to the, you know, like the stuff that you go through working from home, or, you know, retiring, or whatever that is for you. I'd been through it, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are entrepreneurs going to do now? What are people at home who aren't secure and safe? What are they going to do? So you know what I did? I put my content to work. I mean, like, right away. I rallied people together. We put up some content. We served. And I can tell you guys that was a year ago, right? I think that came out. I did a like a training online summit thing in April of last year. And I still to this day have people saying, that was so cool. You know, when everyone else was pulling back and you were freaking out, you stepped up, you took hold of your leadership, and you showed us that it was going to be okay. You showed us how to do this. You gave us comfort. You let us know, like, we don't know how long this is going to last. Remember that, you guys? Remember that 2 week shut in to squash the curve that has now been almost a year? Just a fun fact. But, you know, and that's the thing, like, that's the beauty of what you can create with your content, right? Your content is a living, breathing thing that is so much bigger than just sharing your thought on Facebook, or sharing a quote, or sharing what you ate for lunch. I'm guilty of that, so I'm not calling anybody out. Content can literally change somebody's life. Can literally change somebody's life. And I share that because, you know what, it's so much bigger than you. It is so much bigger than you. And let me tell you something I told one of my clients this morning that I want to share with you guys, is that even if you don't see it, when you don't see the traction yet, if you start putting these things into place and you start working on it, you start going, you be consistent, and do not give up. Do not give up if you're not seeing likes, if you're not seeing people commenting, because I can tell I have about, I don't know, probably any given moment, like 6 people I know that are going to show up no matter what. Within the first 24 hours, they're going to comment, they're going to like, they're going to love my posts, they're going to like my stories, they read all my stories. People. And then there's the people that come out of nowhere, out of the woodwork, have never watched a live. Maybe they've never even been in a training, and they just come forward and say, I want to work with you. And I say that to encourage you that even when you don't see it working, there are people watching and they're going through their own stuff, right? Think about, if you've done money mindset work or if you haven't yet, like think about that experience, how much stuff you needed to work on to take action. I mean, you guys, like for me to hire my first business coach was like pulling teeth. Now it's a non-negotiable. I will always have a business coach. For me to hire my first staff was like, I've never been through childbirth, but I feel like it was as painful as childbirth, right? It was painful. Now I love hiring out. I love spending my money to grow my business and have other people help me out with, behind the scenes stuff, social media, whatever that is, support my clients, whatever that is. So just know that on the other end of that, there's someone else going through their own stuff. And so your work to do in your content is to show them you get it. You know where they're at. And you are the one that can solve a problem for them, help them save time, save money, save heartache. You're going to provide a solution for them. And that's when you make that one little shift, how beautiful is that when you can step into content creation being another thing to check off the list, another thing for you to learn, another thing for you to hire out, and realize that content creation is literally the lifeline that could save someone else who's going through whatever it is that you've gone through. And that is beautiful. That is beautiful. And if you keep that mindset, if you keep that mentality, and you keep going even when you don't see the traction, you're going to gain momentum. And let me tell you, the moment that shifts for you, watch out. You better be ready, because it will be like the floodgates opened. It'll be like the floodgates open. So I hope that encouraged somebody out there watching this. I wasn't even planning on going on that tangent, but it happened. So it needed to happen. Either someone watching or somebody out there who's going to watch on replay needed to hear that. So thank you for bearing with me. Let's jump into our workbook, our workbooks, our workbooks. Are you guys ready? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Can you tell? So in your workbook, we're going to work through this together today. We get to stand shoulder to shoulder, work through this together. It's going to be so on day 4, where it says how to monetize your zone of genius, you want to look at 3 topics. And so remember yesterday how I talked about the power of 3, right? There's the power of 3. For some reason, I don't know why, this is just how the law of the universe works in my mind. It all just makes sense. And it's all like, organized and beautiful, and it's 3s, right? So there's 3 topics. If you just think about 3 topics you can teach on, which we looked at last night. So I want you to look back at those 3 topics that you picked. You picked 3 topics, and then you picked 3 subcategories. So if you look back over that list, and this might be a practice for some of you guys if you're not used to really feeling into your instincts or feeling that energy around a certain topic. If you're over analyzer, like if you tend to overthink or, be in your head a lot, you might just want to like trust that the right answer is going to come for you. But go ahead and look at your 3 topics. And when you look at those, which one of those holds the most emotion for you? Which one of those holds the most emotion for you? And so what I mean by that is which one of those is like you're the most excited about, you're the most lit up about, which one of those could you go on a stage and talk about with no script, just passionately open, all of those things. And once you have that, I would love for you to share in the comments so that I can see that you guys are there. Bring up my slides here. So go ahead and share in the comments once you know which one of those. And if you're not finding it, let me know that in the comments too. If you're not finding which one of those holds the most emotion, then let me know in the comments so we can discuss that. So out of those 3 topics you can teach on, which one holds the most emotion for you? And that could be which one lights you up, like which one gets you so excited, and which one is so, like, maybe it feels a little bit scary to you, but it's also like a hell yes, right? Like that's always when I know, when I'm like kind of scared, but it's also a hell yes, like making a big investment, you know, really like diving into something new. If it stretches me, it's a little scary, but I also feel that excitement. I know that that's what I'm supposed to do. And what do you know that you think everyone else knows? Chicka chicka, what? What I mean by that is whatever it is that you are so gifted in knowing, right? Like I am still like, I'm shocked sometimes because, you know, I don't know, like media, social media, content creation, that stuff is like so fun for me. And I was literally talking one of my clients this morning who was a top executive, right? Like this woman was making $180,000 a year, had 26 employees, and now runs an empire. Let me tell you, she has an empire that she's in business for herself in. And I was teaching her how to create an Instagram story. And I was like, this is my real life. Like I get to do this. This is so much fun, right? So for me, something like that, and this is going to sound so ridiculous for some of you, but like, I'm like, how do people not know this? Like, I do it, I create, I do. But the thing that you know, that you think everyone else should know, is the thing that you need to teach, is the thing you need to teach. Sherry says, Sherry's allergy adventure. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. So there you go. And I already know that's your thread right now. That's your string. That's your thing to follow. And so when you know that, just know that, yeah, like whatever it is you're teaching, you will actually, Sherry and I were talking about this last night on our call. We were talking about how, I think her husband had commented that Dave Ramsey always says the same things over and over and over and over. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much what it means to be an entrepreneur. I mean, like literally, I feel like I'm teaching about the same things over and over and over and over and over. That's why I chose to now teach about content, because I'm like, man, I never teach about content. I've done branding, I've done courses, I do money mindset, I do all the things, but I've never taught content creation, which is so funny because it's something that comes so easy to me now, that I like have learned that, flipped the switch on it. So whatever it is probably something that comes really easy to you. Okay. So now that you know which one of those things is for you. So for Sherry, it was Sherry's allergy adventure. Now I want you to list 3 steps to get there. 3 steps to get there. Again, it's the power of 3, right? We have 3 topics. Now we're going to go down into 3. You have 3 subtopics, and then you're going to go into 3 steps. So how will they get there? So for example, I'm going to use Sherry since she's in the comments right now. I'll say, you know, to get to Sherry's allergy adventure, because I know her backstory, she had to go through a couple things to find out that, you know, these things weren't going on. She had food allergies. And then there was the, you know, squandering for a while, like failing, trying to figure out what to eat, what to cook, reading labels, all those things. And then she finally came to the point where she created it herself. And then she started creating for others. So there's a 3-step process there. There was like, what happened? Or I'm sorry, what it was like. So what it was like was, you know, for me, I'll use me for an example. For me, I was in a corporate job and I knew that I was created for something more. I would literally sit at my desk and feel like I was wasting my life. You guys, that might sound so diva dramatic, but I did. I felt like I was wasting my life. And I knew that there was something more. And I knew that God had given me this passion, this gift, this earning to do something more. I saw myself in front of on stage talking to thousands of people. And I was like, not me, no way, Finally, I fought it for 2 months, and then I got my butt back into Toastmasters. And then I got myself a coach, and then I started to realize that I could leave my corporate job, right? So what were my 3 steps? I got to admit that I wanted something different. I got to decide what that was going to be. And then I got to take the action steps to get there, right? So I took like 3 different steps to get there. So what are the 3-step process you can help your client go through? And so for me, that would be, identify someone in corporate, see their fears, see that they are, worrying just like all of us do leaving the corporate world. Like, how am I going to pay my bills? Now I'm not going to have this important title. I'm not going to be important. Who am I without this identity? How am I going to get clients? How am I going to do this? So like, I take them through that process if that's where they're at. With new entrepreneurs, it's like, okay, let's get your following up. Let's get your branding in place. Let's get you in front of the right audience. And then let's teach you sales and go big. Let's teach you how to sell like you've never sold before. And let's get that cash flow, right? That's my process with new clients I take on. And so, what is your 3-step process? What is your 3-step process? And just remember, you guys, I want to remind you, I think I shared this in this training, but let me repeat myself in case if I didn't. You are constantly selling. I'm not going to, okay, that's a bold statement. Let me say something real fast. I'm not saying everyone, everywhere, all the time, but usually you're selling a product or a service and your client is a past version of you. Can I get an amen to that? You are constantly serving a past version of you. There are some exceptions, such as I know like drug and alcohol counselors who have never had drug problems, but they sure had a family member that got them interested in finding out why, right? Like there's always a reason. Success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. And if you can pay attention to those things in your life, like where was I? Why is this important to me? What am I teaching an old version of myself? What would I say to an old version of myself? Ding, 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 ding. Bonus content creation tip right there. What would you say to an old version of yourself? And then go out there and say it. Go out there and say it. So just to wrap or to reframe all of this, your power of 3, who is this for? What transformation will you give them? And then how will you deliver it? The power of 3. The power of 3. How will you deliver it? And there's all kinds of content. Let me know, you guys, where do you hang out most? Where do you put your content? Let me know in the comments. If you're watching on replay, I'd love to hear it. Are you more of like the Instagram? Are you Facebook, long content, short form content, blogging? Are you interested in learning more about like email marketing, content creation? Are you interested in learning about creating a course to further monetize your passion? Because when you get into digital courses, whoo-wee, let me tell you, your options are endless. That is literally the key to unlock the freedom that you desire, to stop exchanging your time for money, which you guys, don't get me wrong, I love working one-on-one with my clients. I work with very select few. I'm very picky about who I take on because I want to make sure it's a good fit. And, like I literally don't even feel the same if I'm not in contact with one of my clients. Like my day goes weird. But when you get to help more people do the work once and, really like monetize on that over and over again, there's just something so freeing about that, right? Like there's something so freeing about, I was in La Jolla one time, or not La Jolla, I was in Palm Desert. I was in the Palm Desert and people were they were doing a course that I wasn't even touching, right? Like it was just running itself. And I was like, this is so crazy. And I had people like messaging me like, oh my gosh, thank you for that training, da, da, da. And I'm like, I'm just sitting in a conference right now. Like, okay, I love you guys. Thank you. And so that's a great way also to, really take your content and create huge value and create huge income as well. All right. So when we talk about who's it for, what is the transformation you give them, and how will you deliver it? How will you deliver it? Those are important steps to know. How will you deliver that content to your clients? And I want to know if there is anybody in here. Let me check and see real fast. Let me know if you guys are following. Is this all making sense? I know I can talk kind of fast. People usually say, Val, I'm used to you. You talk fast, you sing, like I'm used to it. But if I'm talking too fast, let me know. If you need me to go back over anything, let me know. I know we went fast, so I just want to make sure that all of it is landing and that you guys are hearing all of the steps, that I didn't leave or just kind of go over anything too quickly. All right, looks like we're doing good. So I will just keep on going. All right, so I want to ask you guys if it would be helpful. Some of the feedback I heard when I was asking you guys, what do you want to learn out of this program? What do you want to learn out of this training? And so I was looking over that this morning, just kind of making sure. I know we created the workbook, but I threw in some extra there for you guys as well to really specifically hit on the questions that you guys were asking, the things that you really wanted. I have them all listed out here. I'm a paper person, even though I have it all in my Google Drive as well. And, I was looking at how you guys wanted to content creation guide for sure. This is yours forever. So hold on to this, look at it, relook at it. I tell my clients this all the time when they're in programs with me. Look this over every 6 months. It's helpful to just kind of look it over and just like reframe, because with each different item, like if you have a different product or a different service that you're launching, you almost want to look at your avatar and be like, okay, how do I need to shift it? Like, what are they thinking? How am I going to provide the transformation? Because I show up a lot differently in like a business course, right? When I'm teaching business than I do in like my money mindset, where it's a very flowy, it's a very, anybody who just went through, I know I just had 2 classes go through my Woman of Wealth and Worth, and they are like, oh my gosh, Val, you told me it was intense and that like I was going to figure it out and start manifesting money and opportunities. But oh my gosh, literally like one of the women who just graduated from the one that ended on Tuesday, she has been having her inbox flood with podcast offers, summit offers, like brand deals. And she's just like, oh my gosh, like I knew this worked, but holy cow, right? Opportunities flooding in. And so like the way I show up in the business courses is a little bit different than the way I show up in the money mindset, but you'll understand why. If you ever take it, you'll know why, because it's a much more like feminine energy. Whereas in my business life, I can have a little bit more masculine energy, right? And that's great for getting the stuff done, doing task list, meetings, getting content out, getting my clients results. That's a great energy to be in. And then the content creation is almost in like a feminine energy. And if you guys aren't quite understanding what I'm talking about, what I'm saying in that is like, it has nothing to do with male, female. It's like the energy and the space that we're in when we're doing content creation is almost like a feminine energy, right? When we're in sales, it's a feminine energy, which is a lot different from sleazy sales, right? Sleazy sales is that like pushy hustler, they're pitching you, they're high pressure, but the feminine energy is like, look, I've got this great offer. I'm going to put it out there. And I know that the right people are going to show up, that the right clients are going to show up. My one-on-one coaching has been full, like since I started, and I've never advertised it, And the clients show up because that's the feminine flow. That's the feminine energy. I kind of went on a sidebar there, but like, that's how we get to show up in content creation. So when we talk about content creation, I do, I shared with you guys exactly how to find your ideal client, where to find them, how to speak to them. We talked about creating, like where what you're going to teach, like how the transformation is going to happen. What are you specifically going to teach them? What are the steps to go through? We talked about the 4 categories that you must include in order to really, you know, create depth, to create human, like the human qualities behind your brand, because they want to know that there's a human being there, whether you personally show up or if you are personally showing behind the scenes of your life, which you don't have to at all. But, you know, whether you are or not, if you choose to or not, that's based upon your own unique, you know, your brand and your comfortability. You know, I have clients that are extreme introverts that literally, if I asked them to do a Facebook Live, or I asked one of my, I'm not going to say names, but don't be mad if you see this. Don't be mad if you see this. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're friends. But one of my clients, you know, I had this summit a couple of months ago, like a month ago, I guess it was a couple weeks, and she did not want to be on it. Nope. Like, she's like, if you would have given me like 6 months advance, and she wasn't kidding, we could have planned for this, but with only 2 months notice, like I can't do that, you know. And it was so cute though, but like, she's not my style. Like, she's not my style. So the way we show up is different. The content we create can be so freaking easy. The content we create can be so easy. So easy. So I'm going to ask you guys, how many of you are diving into email marketing? How many of you are diving into email marketing? Because I had this question come up and I was like, I wonder if there's people out there, because again, the thing that you know that you think everyone else should know. I was like, I wonder if it would be, I was actually saying this to one of my clients earlier. I said, I wonder if it would be helpful if I had like email swipe files that you guys could just like steal from me. I wondered if there would be like a content calendar that I could put up and you copy and paste it and put your pictures on it, you know, customize it to be your voice, customize it to be your thing. If you had like a 3-month calendar where you could just like copy it, put it to the bottom, copy it, put it to the bottom, and you would have all of that. You would have the educate, entertain, motivate, inspire, everything right there. No guesswork. You're going to know exactly what to do, exactly how to create it. And if I actually showed you the tools that I use to create all my content, because you guys, right now, I do most of my content still. I've hired it out before. My assistant does a couple things for me, but you guys, I love the creative side of that. I love content creation. I love making Facebook stories, Instagram stories. I love creating little videos. I love creating graphics. It's my beat. And if you guys could have that, like, let's say I said, you guys, I'm going to give you a swipe file with email, like a welcome sequence, a nurture sequence. I'm going to give you my Trello board. If you don't know what Trello is, that's okay. Don't worry about that right now. But if I could give you an entire system of just like 3 months worth of copy where you could just copy and paste it, would that be helpful? If you had content that you can use in your Facebook groups, right? Because that's something that I know a lot of people struggle with. Like, how do I get content that actually engages in my Facebook group? How do I keep people engaged? How do I keep people active? I can share with you guys that, you know, my wild tribe, we've grown a lot. Oh my gosh, we've grown so much. It's crazy in the past little bit. And that's all been organic. That's all been organic growth. And so our numbers right now are, we have 870 people. Congratulations, we're 870 people. And then in the last 28 days, so you guys, these numbers are crazy. My like entrepreneur, my mindset groups that I'm in, my mindset groups, they're like, how do you get such high engagement? I know my numbers because I'm a dork like that. I love to know my numbers. So we have 880, did I say 880? 870 people in the group, right? And this might not make sense to you yet, but track with me here. So in the past 28 days, out of those 870, 608 are active. You guys, those are insane numbers. I can see right here exactly what days they're active. So see, February 4th through March 4th. I wouldn't lie to you guys. I'm going to tell you the truth. I can see what days they're active. Remember how I said it used to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday? It shifted back. Or I told you guys it used to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday are my active days. And so when I go in there, I can actually see. So like today is Thursday. I can see that most people go on at 7 a.m. So guess what? If I want to put some content out, or, you know, I'm not in that space right now, but when I was building my audience, if I know that I want to live, I go to this and I say, okay, looks like I'm getting up at 7 a.m. and I'm going live, right? You guys, I went to all lengths. I even woke up at 7 a.m. to go live. It's a true story. So I know that at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. or, you know, something like that. So when you know your numbers, like, oh my gosh, you guys can literally set up your content to go live at the exact day, the exact time that your audience is on. It blows my mind what you can do. That's, you guys, like, I know there's a lot of social media haters right now. Let me tell you, it is a free marketing tool that back in 2014, when I started my coaching business, let me tell you, I did not have that. I did not have that. I was spending money on flyers, newsletters, meetup groups, all these things that right now, literally, we are living in such an amazing time that we have all of this at our fingertips. We have all of this at our fingertips. There's no reason why any one of us can't be or be on our way to making multiple 5 figures in 1 month from home, sitting on your computer. Sitting on your computer. I mean, yeah, is there work? Yes. You got to be consistent. Do you have to have a great product? Yes. Do you have to, you know, do the work to get the content? Yeah. You know, I'm not saying, I'm not the one to say like, this is so easy, it's get rich quick. You know, that's not, no. But once you build it, let me tell you, you can have so much freedom in your life that literally you don't even start running around creating more things for yourself to do, because that's what I do. Nerd alert, totally guilty. Sherry says, I don't even know what a swipe file is. Okay, so a swipe file is kind of like what I gave you for your summit that you're doing. If you go in those pages and you download the template that I created, that's a swipe file. So great question. I know that sometimes I can get in jargon and people are like, what does that mean though? Like, what do you mean by KPIs and swipe files and what? So yeah, a swipe file is just literally like a copy paste thing. So you would have like a copy paste content that you can just copy the words, social media, put it in your language, change anything you want to change, put your picture, and then boom, boom. That's a swipe file. That's a swipe file. And I have like a vault. I have a vault of all of this stuff I've created for myself, I've created for clients, I've created for, you know, like stuff that works, tried and true. Like I've tried and true stuff that works. All right, so I just want to share with you guys, you know, I have no doubt in my mind that every single thing you have learned in this beautiful 6-figure content creation challenge. You've invested your time, you've showed up. I know some of you guys are watching the replay through email, so you're not in here, but you know, you've been showing up, you've been doing the work, you've invested a lot of time in this, and now you have a beautiful workbook that you can walk away with. You can go out there, you know, figure out your content, get stuff, you know, create your list, do your motivate, entertain, educate, inspire, like really dive into that, get the things you need to do to, you know, create your files, create your swipe files, repurpose content, right? Like repurpose. We have a beautiful method that I do that. You know, I create all my content hands down by far. However, my assistants have access to that. So if I'm not able to be on, that's how it looks like I'm on social media a lot, but I'm really not, like, honestly. So you guys, like, it can be your words, and you can hire out someone else to do your content, right? Like you can hire out, we do social media content. If you ever get to the point where you're like, I don't even want to do this. I just want someone else to do it for me. They can create my content, create my graphics, post for me 3 times a week. They can do a story, you know, and they can do an ad for me once a month. Like I want someone else to do that. I don't want to do this. And so yeah, if you want that, like, let me know. I have staff for that. We can do that for you. And they're trained by me. Like, they're trained by me, and I'm very, like, you know, I'm particular with how I like my stuff. So they're trained by me. If you ever want social media, care of it, we're your people. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. We will listen and we will get it right. Right. That's something I've heard from my clients. They're like, oh, it's like, you know me. I'm like, I do know you. I know your brand. I know you. So if you want someone else to do your social media, great. You can absolutely, you know, everything you learn in this training, plus what we're going to talk about tomorrow. You guys, we still have a whole day left. Are you guys feeling so spoiled by these like hour-long trainings? Because let me tell you, I can't do it any other way. I've tried. You know, I had a coach tell me 20 minutes tops, free training, 20 minutes tops. And I'm like, I barely even get to say hello if I go 20 minutes. So if you guys are loving these hour-long, I'm a dork, so you guys get to be too. That's what it is. That's what it is. So tomorrow we're going to talk about what type of content is best for your social media, whatever that is. If it's videos, posts, Instagram, Facebook, podcasts, YouTube. We're going to talk about specific ways and how to style flex. What I mean by style flex is the way that you learn is different than the way other people learn. It's different than other people learn. You know, I have clients that literally, they just want to get on and, like, I don't know, learn how to do social media, like Facebook stories, right? And they'll run with it. And then I have clients that, you know, maybe, I don't know, like, there's, right? Like, I have clients that I have people who love to watch my lives. They'll sit and watch an hour live and learn from me. And then I have clients that are like, can you just, like, write an email or something? I don't want to watch. I'm not going to watch your whole life. Like, I'm not going to do that. Flexing means style flexing and teaching more people, being able to really, like, connect with more people so that you can reach them in their style. It's called style flexing. And it's such a cool, like, I wish I would have learned this sooner than I did, but I had to go through what I had to go through. But, like, I learned this the hard way, by thinking that everybody out there learned the same way I did and that everyone had the same style. No, not true. No, 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 no. Thank goodness, because I think we would all go crazy if everybody was like me. Everybody was like that. That just wouldn't work. So I want to share with you guys, if you are interested in learning more about social media content, if you want to have a go-to place, I have the swipe files. Like, would it be helpful if you guys had swipe files? I would give you, like, a 3 email sequence to welcome your people, to nurture your email list if you already have one, to set up the automated, you know, you can set up an automated welcome file, like a welcome email sequence for people so that they know that you see them. They know that you're touching with them, because let me tell you, people are leaving thousands of dollars on the table by not following up, right? Myself included. I'm going to call myself out there, but, you know, like, we leave opportunities and people feel unseen. And that one connection, you guys, that one connection can make a huge difference. If you want to learn, like, step by step how to build out your group banners, that's something I get a lot. Group banners. If you want to learn how to do your Instagram stories, if you don't know what that is, that's okay. Facebook group stories or Facebook stories, because, you know, that's, like, people are always asking me, like, I don't get it. What is a story? How do I do it? What's a freaking reel? You don't have to worry about that, because if it's not in your thing, like, don't do it, right? Like, I don't believe we have to jump through all these hoops just to, like, boost our algorithm, right? Like, be yourself. Don't dance around and shake your butt if that's not you, right? Like, don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't get on TikTok. Don't do any of that. If that is you, go do you, girl. Go do you. But, you know, we get to, if that's helpful, I would like to make an offer for you guys, because of the fact that I know this is going to be insane value for you guys. This is insane. And I'm, like, literally, I was talking to my assistant about it. I'm like, I kind of want to offer it for like a really affordable price, because I want to serve more people, because I really do. I want to see you guys win, right? Like I want to see you win. I want every single human being in this wild tribe to win, to have beautiful branding, to have beautiful content, to feel so confident and powerful, because you know what? Then we get to be the light. We get to be the light. And I don't even care if you're my competition, because I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration, and I believe that there's enough clients for everybody. There's enough clients for everybody. So I want to share with you guys real quick and just let you know if this is a good fit for you, great. My invitation is open. If it's not, that's okay. But I want to offer you guys my high ticket content course. This is for those of you who want to create content that will get high ticket clients in your inbox who want whatever you're offering. Who want whatever you're offering. I know that sounds like a far stretch, like really, Val, can you guarantee that? Yes, I can guarantee it because it happens to me all the time. I guarantee you it's gonna happen. So if you wanna create high ticket, if you wanna create content that is gonna get high ticket clients into your inbox, I'm gonna give you my email templates to welcome your list, to nurture your email list. I'm going to give you a content creation guide with over 4 months. Oh, I was incorrect. I said 3 months. 4 months of content templates that you can literally use over and over and over. And you guys, nobody's going to know if you shared the exact same post that you shared 4 months ago. Nobody. No one. I do it all the time. No, I'm just kidding. I recycle, but I reword. But you're going to get that. You're going to get, this is great for Facebook groups, right? If you need to figure out a strategy to grow your Facebook group and keep them engaged, this is for you. This is 100% for you. I'm going to give you 12, you have 12 trainings. I'm going to give you tutorials on how to create your own brand mood board so that you know, and you can take that and show anyone. If you hire a graphic designer, if you hire a assistant, like they all know exactly what the expectation is, what your brand colors are, what the mood is, what the feel. How many of you guys want to guess what my brand is? If you say pink, sparkle, and gold, then you're right. You're absolutely right. So I'm going to give you tutorials on how to create mood boards. I'm going to give you tutorials on how to create Facebook graphics. So for your group, for your events, for your personal page and your business page, all of them. All of them. I'm going to help you design customized Instagram stories that you can literally use as templates and use over and over and over again. I'm going to teach you how to create that gorgeous, beautiful content, and I'm going to give you my content. I'm going to give you my content on how to attract your ideal high ticket clients. So that is the high ticket content course. If you guys are interested, let me know, because I am going to open the doors right now. I'm going to open the doors right now for a very low price. So you get to steal my email swipes. You get to learn how to create high ticket content. You get to monetize your social media. And you guys, we went through and looked at everything that, like, individually, if you were to purchase everything I'm going to give you in this course, it would be over $3,000. And I'm not kidding. Like, I am not joking. You can use this information over and over and over and over again. And once you have it, like, it's yours, it's good. You get to keep it. You get all the content, you get all the creation, you get to keep the email templates, use it however many times you want. This is an over $3,000 value. So I want to share with you guys that I'm going to open the doors right now. And you guys, you know this about me. If you've been hanging out in my space, you know this about me. You know that I love my action takers out there, because money loves speed. And the reason why I do this, and don't think I'm going to keep, the reason why I do this is I'm training you guys to be amazing, phenomenal, high ticket, high level, courageous CEOs. Successful CEOs make decisions fast. They know what they want. So if you're looking at this and you're like, yeah, this is a no-brainer. I want all of that, email swipes, content. I want to learn how to create. I want to have all this and just have it. I want that. Like, I want it. And you know that this is for you. I'm going to offer it for the next 24 hours. So until 5 p.m. Pacific time on Friday afternoon for $333. All of it. 12 weeks, of course, 12 trainings. You're going to have, like, by the end of this, you're going to be like, this is so easy. I'm literally copying and pasting. I'm literally just like using this formula. I'm gonna give you the content creation, the calendar, exactly what to do. I'm gonna give you my boards, my swipes, all of that. And you're gonna learn from me, you guys. Like, how fun is that? You're gonna like learn from me and learn how to do exactly what I do. You guys, I'm gonna teach you all of it, because you know what? At this point, like, there's no reason not to, right? Like, there's no reason not to teach you how to do content and create that beautiful brand. So for the next 24 hours, it's $333 paid in full. You can also do 12 weekly installments. So message me if you want in. I will get you the link. You can do 12 weekly installments for, I think it's $29 a week for 12 weeks. So, you know, either one of those. You can also do a monthly installment, which I'm not sure, like, I guess that'd be like $111 or whatever a month. But if you guys want in, let me know. I'm opening the cart right now for fast action takers to jump in at that price point. And let me tell you, after 5 o'clock, because I keep my boundaries, y'all, professional boundaries, after 5 o'clock tomorrow, that price will go up. So this is for my fast action takers, because I love to incentivize you guys. This is the thing. I love to incentivize you to do well. I love to incentivize you. So message me. Let me know if you want in. The cart is officially right now open. I think we're getting a sales page up right now, but I have to check on that. But I think just message me and I'll give you the link. So if you want to pay in full or have the payment plan, whichever option works best for you, this is going to be amazing. You know, you are going to learn how to literally get your clients to inbox you, high ticket clients, because they want every single thing you offer. All right, so if that sounds good for you guys, awesome. And I can't wait to see all of your homework. Let me know in the group. Say, hey, this is what I'm working on. This is what I've discovered. What are my takeaways? What's going on? Let me know. And let me know if you want in on the high ticket content creator course, the high ticket content. And I think that's all I have for today. Unless you guys have anything, let me know in the comments. We will come back tomorrow. I'm going to talk about content that is best for social media. I'm going to talk about the algorithm. I'm going to talk about what is currently being penalized on social media, what's going to cost you visibility, and mistakes you may be making right now that can make your content be not seen. So I'm going to talk about those because those are super important for sure. I'll also share what's performing best in the social media world. And from that, you can decide what works for me and what am I going to show up and do. So I love you guys. Be in the group. I'll be in there as well. Tomorrow is day 5, if you can believe it. Oh my gosh, this has been so much fun already. I can't believe it's over. All right, guys, I love you so much. Let me know how I can support you. I'm here to help you win. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.